welcome to the Broskiedoodles Podcast. It's your boy Kiko Cervantes, the best podcast in all the land. Fear is with you. DJ BJ is with you. And we're going to get right to it. I wanted to talk about happy birthdays or birthdays in general. Is this a good idea? Is it retarded? Is it stupid? Should we keep with this tradition? And, you were talking about in the green room, Fear, about bosses. And when they have a birthday, you kind of have to play along. And you had what's the recent story or a story you had about that?
Well, yeah, happy birthdays in the workplace. Not sure if if it's an appropriate place to be celebrating birthdays. Recently, this week, big boss, El Jefe, it was his birthday. So his office got decorated and they had the sign, they had the balloons, they had all the good stuff. They had cupcakes with the little colorful frosting. Of course, it was all colors, LGBTQ friendly. They had the little sugar cookies. They had the works, the full array of little snacks and birthday treats that you get at your local supermarket. And it's kind of weird because I think, I don't know if it depends on the gender or just on the person, that like some people don't want that kind of attention being brought. It's just like, all right, it's my birthday. Thank you. I appreciate you saying it to me, but I don't want all this other stuff. This is all just like, don't waste your money, and I'm kind of that same attitude, because then I don't want people doing it for me and setting up my desk and doing all that, because then you have to do that for everybody, and it's like, we'll celebrate and go get a beer. You want to get me something? Let's go get a drink after work.
Yeah, I heard a guy talk about it, because this topic, one of the reasons why it came to mind is because I read a news article. You were talking about it, DJ BJ, of this guy that sued his workplace. I want you to tell us the story a little bit better, but he sued his workplace, for having panic attacks because they wanted to celebrate his birthday. And I heard the story on a podcast. I guess it's a podcast, like a radio show, the Adam Carolla Show. It's really good. I really recommend people to watch it. And they talk about everything, no wokeness, no bullshit, just realness. And they talked about the story. And I found it funny. I celebrate my birthdays very conservatively. And I say that not like a Republican, but meaning not that many people, on the house. But I like to celebrate them. But just don't involve me in random people's birthday. Just like I don't want you to get involved in mine. Like if we don't know each other, why do we have, celebrate everyone's birthday in the office and shit? How do you feel about that, John? And then tell us about that little story that happened.
So before we continue with our regularly scheduled programming, I would like to give a shout out to one of the fellow listeners that came up to me this weekend and said hi to me. Mr. Eddie Quinones, thank you for listening. Anybody that recognizes me in the street and says hi to me, I will always honor that. And for that, I say, thank you so much, Eddie. Thank you so much, Eddie. No, I mess with you. I hope you don't have an anxiety attack. But
I'm having an anxiety attack right now.
But basically, bro, this guy, I think it was Kentucky. He asked the workplace was known for throwing birthdays for their employees, and he had asked the employer, please do not throw a birthday for me because I get, very anxious. I have anxiety attacks. And he told them ahead of time. They didn't regard his wishes for his birthday. They didn't regard his birthday wishes and did the birthday anyways. It was so intense that he ended up having to go back to his car for the rest of the day and not come back to the office. The El Jefes and the bosses and the managers were all pissed off because they felt as if it was like a sign of disrespect. Like, he didn't really appreciate what we did for him for his birthday. But so he comes back the next day. A couple of days pass by. They call him into the office and they start, telling him, like, yeah, what you did there wasn't nice. You should apologize for what you did. And then he starts feeling attacked, and he starts feeling that anxiety attack happen again. Once that happens, the boss proceed to fire him on the spot. Some time later, the company gets a subpoena to go to court because the gentleman is now suing the company, and he actually ends up winning the suit for a total sum of $450,000. So
for what, like personal damages?
Well, it was $150,000 for lost wages because they had fired him and he couldn't get a job after that for a while. I think it was like a whole year
because he's afraid of birthdays.
The lawyers. and then 300,000 in like irreparable damage. That something like they talk it up. I mean,
his psyche, yeah.
This is the thing,
can't
right?
Like, happy birthday anymore.
Like I'm with the guy. Like I agree with him. I'm on his side. I think it's annoying to push that on people. But the part that loses me with this type of stories, I mean, it's not like it loses me, but that I guess puts a little bump on the road is, yeah, he got 450,000. Then I'm like, okay, man, like you're a con man or what? Like I don't know, like I can understand you got a little money.
His lawyers are con men.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It's a dirty system, right? Where like,
and I'm pretty sure he's like on a list now. Then people are gonna be like, oh, you're that guy that with the anxiety attacks. So he probably will never get hired at a job again.
I don't think you get on a list.
Like not like an official list. Like, oh, please don't hire those people. But like once your name, like once you have
like
to fill
a
out
Soviet Union,
you put
list?
your name.
What type of list are you talking about, bro? The Schindler's List? Schindler himself made this list? No, I don't think they could put you on a list.
The USSR's list?
Yeah, you don't want to be on.
Well, if you're trying to work in the same industry, in the same community, then they know. And if you found this, it made national news, right?
Yeah, I mean, imagine for us to hear here in Miami and it'd be from Kentucky. Like,
yeah, you just got to type this guy's name on Google and then you're like, whoa, this is the guy that gets anxiety attacks. We can't have an office meeting. We can't interview him. He's going to get an anxiety attack.
The lunch buzzer can't even go off without him,
The thing is, like, this case goes to both extremes. On one side, yeah, I don't like the workplace forcing me to do shit. On the other side, if you have an episode due to that, then that says a lot about who you are and about what you can do for the company, which is not much, given that you have a fear for birthdays, Like, I'm an anxious person. I'm a nervous person. I'm a person that is anxious about things doing, but it's like, I can do a birthday, I can do an uncomfortable moment in the office. I don't know. What do you guys think about, like, regular birthday, like you celebrating your birthday and people singing birthdays to you? Is that a weird thing? Because it seems like nobody knows how to act in those moments. Like, the people singing it feel weird. The people, if you're being sung at, it's weird too. Like, there's not a face to make when you're being sung happy birthday. It's like, it's weird as fuck.
Yeah, do you make eye contact with everybody? Do you stare at the cake? Do you do a little big mix of both? Do you sing along? Sometimes you sing along, just like, hey, yeah, whose birthday is it, right?
I don't know. Who's counting,
I don't know. You're looking around too, everyone's like...
Do you make eye contact with like the people from like other parties, like from other tables and stuff?
If you're in a restaurant,
a restaurant,
that's gotta be the most awkward shit ever. I hate that type of shit. Like, if you're in a restaurant, which I don't know if people still do this. Let me know if this happens. I live in Spain now. In Spain, customer service is a whole different thing. So having the staff sing you happy birthday, that's something they do for like the queen. But in Miami and in the US, it's known. Does this still happen? Because one of the classic hacks, which at this stage has to be a hack. I mean, if people are doing this, is when you go with friends and then you tell the servers, oh, this person is happy, it's happy birthday, but it's not really his birthday, and then they come. Like, there's gotta be a hack to this point where like servers got this every day for 25 years, or is this still happening?
That's still happening.
Very much so.
Like the fake ones.
Over there, the fake ones, yeah. I think Maga did it over there when we were in Spain.
Oh,
He did it at the ramen place. I think she said it was Karen's birthday or Vanessa's birthday.
Well,
She
but in
wanted, like, a
Miami,
little-
in Miami, it's a little different. Well, we do birthday lap dances.
what you do in the night, DJ? That's you, bro. We understand.
Hey,
Understand.
Adrian.
John, we have family listening to this podcast with their mothers.
Adrian, when's Kiko's birthday?
August 6th.
There you go. August 6th.
All of you listeners on August 6th, sing to Kiko. Right to Kiko.
Imagine that's when people start leaving comments on the podcast. It's like, hey, happy birthday, bro. We know you hate this shit.
We've been waiting all year to drop comments.
August 6th. You already know.
Yeah,
So-
Miami's still like that, dude. They bring out the sparklers now. They have the fireworks that they put on the
Ooh. cakes.
So the entire restaurant turns around and stares you down. They jump in with it, and you're just like,
And here of a little parenthesis. When you do that, do they put that cake in the bill?
sometimes.
It depends.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
You
'Cause I
know,
think-
that whole like awkward thing of receiving the birthday, like it starts young too. Because Graham, every time that it's his birthday and people sing her, he doesn't know what face to put. Like when he was younger, he would get mad and just like look at everyone hard, and then he'll smile and then he'll look at everyone hard again and didn't know how to act.
I think it's one of those things
And,
that
'cause
we
it's
never
a weird thing.
we never learn to do. Like, are you cheering that I'm alive one more year or that I'm closer to my death? I don't know. What are you really celebrating, you pieces of shit?
We're
So-
celebrating
It's
you,
not
Kiko.
clear.
We're
It's not
celebrating
entirely
you, Kiko.
clear. We must be fine.
Are
do
we
you mean by
farther
a
from the
happy
start or
birthday?
closer to the end? We don't know. We must defy.
Why are
It's
they
like-
really cheering?
we're talking about Jordan Peterson. For people that don't know, he's an alt-right guy. No, not really. He's a great author, a great person. And he did them bars too. He was on them bars in Russia. 2 for 5. He got,
He's been down the rabbit hole.
he's been right. You gotta define it. No, but yeah, because happy birthdays, right? Like, in essence, it's a celebration that you made it another year. And to get on a more serious note, right? I'm guessing this comes from, past, tribes and shit. And it's like back in the day, a year alive was an odyssey, right? Like, to stay alive another year was like a fucking task. It's not a given. You must have to survive sickness, fight a fucking bear,
Every day's a gift.
That's why it's called the present.
Put it on a hallmark.
Oh
And-
my goodness.
So, back in the day, I would assume that's where it comes from, right? Because now happy birthdays they're important, but nobody really gives a fuck.
Yeah, you can't
Because-
take it for granted.
But yeah, we take it for granted. But back in the day, people got married at 12 because 30, we don't know. We got a new flu in the town and we're fucked.
Oof.
I don't know if you guys know about back in the day medicine, but it was take this tea and lay down and let's hope the spirits save you.
I hope the God that you pray in.
My favorite one is that, you broke your knee. All right, let's drain some blood out. You got a heart attack. Let's drain some blood out. Just put leeches on your body.
Are you talking about the Chinese?
Well, I mean, even ancient Greece, they should do that. It was called
Okay.
the four humors. They would regulate the four humors or something like that, and then the only way to do that was to bleed the person out. So imagine
That seems like the opposite.
Exactly. And depending on like where you got like where they would open up is the type of humor that they were letting out.
That's I'm very happy
That was medicine.
that we live in the 21st century. I mean, it is true we don't have a lot of things solved yet, right? Like a lot of diseases, but at least we got the basic ones, you know, like a flu, you know. What else? Like basic things that before people just died, you know, like tuberculosis. That's what like Simón Bolivar, who was the guy that liberated Venezuela from the Spaniards. He fucking died of tuberculosis. And I think tuberculosis, people don't die of that today. I don't even think it's a thing. I think we eradicated it. So, yeah, staying alive for a year used to be important. And I think, obviously that's where birthdays come from, I guess. Do you know people?
And now we're at the office like, motherfucker, it's your birthday again. Didn't you have one last week?
Fucking Marcy. God damn it. Again.
So then let me ask you a question. Would you rather not have birthdays ever? That's it? Like just be done with it? Never celebrate birthdays again?
I prefer the inner circle of the people, at least in the workplace, the inner circle that I talk to the most at work. Like, yo, it's your birthday. We're going to go to the bar after work. I got you. Perfect.
When
you're in accounting and you know it's my birthday, but
John, when you say, do you want to not have any more birthdays? Does that mean, do I want to die or just not celebrate them? You got to define
just
it.
Not celebrate. You say that you... I'm very definite in what I just said. Like, you don't, it's not like
no,
live forever or just die.
Actually, you're not very, very definitive about what you were saying, because you said, do you want to not have birthdays? And well, what does that mean? Like,
well, the implication was birthday celebrations.
Okay,
because the whole thing, you're not anxious about that. I mean, you're not anxious about dying. You're more anxious about somebody coming with a cake.
I'm anxious about dying too.
Than that you die.
So that's why I'm anxious about the question.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I think we all are. Yeah, definitely.
So would we give in to being a Jehovah's Witness if we were not down for the birthday celebration? Maybe they're a step above us. Maybe they know what's up. They don't like those awkward interactions.
I knew some Jehovah's Witness back when I was younger, and when they told me about it, it was like it was insane to me. He was like, "Yeah, no, birthdays we don't celebrate," and I felt from him a little jealousy. He was envious of like us being able to celebrate.
It's always like.
So, if we were Jehovah's Witnesses, we would want to celebrate the birthday, but because we get it every year, we don't want it. They should have like a little, come to Jehovah, like switcheroo, like a student exchange, but with Jehovah's Witnesses. Some people you don't see much anymore, Jehovah's Witnesses. I see a lot more Mormons. I see a lot more evangelists, but I don't see the witnesses no more. Maybe the witness protection program fucked it up.
Oh.
Well, it was a running joke that the Jehovah's Witnesses were gonna feast during the pandemic, and feast in what I mean by that is not actually eating, but just going and knocking on everybody's door because they know that they're home.
Did they do that?
Nope. I didn't get any. I don't know if that religion is on it's not trending right now.
I think there's on a decline. Maybe it's because they don't celebrate birthdays.
Since the start of
Maybe they don't have sex. They don't replicate, produce.
Is that one of Puritans?
Is that one of their policies?
I don't know, but if they don't celebrate birthdays, what else are they gonna take away?
Oof.
I don't think they do Christmas and shit. Well, I mean, of course they wouldn't. Jehovah is like a branch from Christianity, I think. He was like a witness.
Yeah,
he saw some shit. He saw some shit. Or actually, he's a witness of Jehovah. or are the followers the witnesses?
Right.
Who witnessed and what was witnessed? I need to know.
Let's see. Is it Jehovah's Witnesses or Jehovah's Witness?
Like, like, are we gonna have co-defendants in this bitch, or is it just
it's Jehovah's Witnesses.
God damn, he has a posse.
So they are the witnesses of Jehovah. Right,
Okay,
right. You are like a clan.
So if you're a follower of the
Like the
religion,
Wu-Tang Clan.
you're a witness.
Correct.
You're a witness.
Okay. To what?
Correct.
Like, what did they fucking do?
To Jehovah.
Jehovah. Hova.
What did Jehovah do?
Put the H's up.
He was on trial and he needed witnesses. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna start recruiting. I'm gonna knock on people's doors.
Yo, can you come real quick and say I
Motherfucker
was
got
here
an alibi
last
and
night? I'll give you some money.
Just put the little paint on the door. You know I was here.
You think Jehovah was a guy that was always doing shit, right? Like doing like crime. So he was paying too much for witnesses, right? So he was like, fuck this. I'm gonna create like a little firm, like when you have a lawyer on retainer, you just pay like a monthly fee. That way you don't have, because like let's say you're a person that needs to always have legal service because you get sued a lot or whatever. Instead of paying per case, you just pay a salary and you have a lawyer on retainer. So maybe this Jehovah needed to have a lot of witnesses for all the crimes that he did, witnesses to go testify in his favor. So he just created a crew of witnesses that were always ready for the alibi. And then that became the religion.
Or maybe they were always around him. Like he's like, I need to keep all these people around me, make them think that I'm always here. Have like a double, like a stand-in. I mean, you go and do crimes, and they're like, "Well, no, I mean, he was here the whole time. We're the witness. We witnessed it." Oh man.
There's gotta be some people listening to this shit like, yo, what the fuck?
Like the fuck?
Well, chances are they won't be Jehovah's Witnesses. So
yeah, they would have not witnessed.
Is it because they're not allowed?
No, I think you can
or they
become
choose not to witness it.
that part I don't know, but they don't celebrate birthdays.
So
I don't.
So what it is what is the? I googled it. I googled why does Jehovah need a witness, and then I found what is the point of Jehovah's Witness? They see their mission as primarily evangelical, to warn as many people as possible in the remaining time before Armageddon. Okay, so they essentially go around saying we're gonna die soon,
and
we want you to witness it.
Hey, buddy, if you didn't know, we're all gonna die.
Okay. And we're all gonna see it together on the theater. You wanna come? We're all gonna witness the end together. And once you get there, they start giving you a Kool-Aid, and it's like, what's this? Oh, you gotta drink it so that you can witness it.
You're not a real witness until you
drink it.
There's a lot of celebrities that are Jehovah Witnesses.
That's why they don't knock anymore. They all drink the Kool-Aid. I haven't heard a single knock since the beginning of
Ja Rule is a witness.
I don't know, this is big news. This looks like cap. Ja Rule, Donald Glover, Damon Wayans, Terrence Howard, Michelle Rodriguez. I don't believe this.
All
Michael
black
Jackson. I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't tell me we've been shitting on a
Serena
black
Williams.
religion.
Get the fuck out of here.
Serena, not Serena.
Prince.
No,
what about maybe King Richard? You think King Richard?
Bro, yes.
King Richard was a Jehovah's Witness.
They're all trying to claim on Janet Jackson.
I told you guys when we did the movie
Exhibit?
review, when we did okay, so this is a black religion. Wow. We've been shitting on a black religion. This is bad for PR. This is not good for PR.
We're gonna get canceled.
Okay, so indeed, King Richard, I do remember on the Serena movie, he says that they're Jehovah Witnesses. All right, so it's I never I mean, I'm not saying it's a black religion, but it seems that a lot of
I'm not
people.
saying it.
I never made that relationship because I remember when I had the witnesses come to my doors, there were all kinds of witnesses. You know, it was a diversified witness stand. So
They attack you from all angles.
because I know that there is a predominantly black religion in the U.S., which is Kwanzaa, and I remember people talk about that when Christmas came along. Why are you laughing, motherfucker?
That's not a religion. That's just a fucking event.
No, that is a fucking religion, bro.
No, I'm gonna look this up.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa is celebrated by you.
What is Kwanzaa just like a barbecue day?
Kwanzaa's like Christmas or some shit. Kwanzaa's not the religion.
All right, but the people that celebrate
I'm gonna
that.
see who. Yeah, I'm trying to find out.
Wow.
Who-
Broskiedoodles
okay,
loves
who
the black
celebrate- and
community.
it is for black people. It is for black people.
It's for African Americans. I mean, for
It's a-
African
it's a-
descent.
Yeah, African American holiday.
Dude, we're so
Well, is it-
fucked.
No, we're not.
Not
What-
yet.
what-
Not yet.
What's wrong? What's wrong with it? Like, you got religions that are more
Yeah.
in certain places.
First, it's a predominantly black religion. Then it's an event for black people.
It is.
It is though.
for people of African descent. What about like South Africans? What about people that are not necessarily black but are African? Can
in
they
the
celebrate
US,
Kwanzaa?
in the U.S., this is the thing. The thing is that there's a blur line, not a blur line, but there's a confusion because when you say, I like to do the difference between like black, right? If you're black in America, it doesn't mean necessarily that you're African American. Like, you know who's African? Elon Musk is African American because he's African and also American, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
So when people want to say African American to define black, you might be from Jamaica, you know. I have friends that are from the Caribbean, so they wouldn't be African American. They're just black. I mean, or you could say that's one way to define it. And if people say, well, like, oh, but our descendants is from Africa, well, I mean, aren't we all from Africa? Didn't men originate in Africa? I think Pangea.
So we can all celebrate Kwanzaa.
Yeah, we're all African American. Adrian, have you found out what religion is Kwanzaa?
I haven't. It's just celebrated. It's just celebrated by African Americans. I guess it dates back to Africa. Like,
Okay.
We could celebrate Kwanzaa. We don't have to be.
It's an African harvest festival tradition. Kwanzaa. It's kind of like Thanksgiving, I guess.
But it's not exclusive to black people.
But celebrated in...
It's Thanksgiving, but with good food.
Hey, my mom.
Yeah, but your
Good
mom.
food too.
No, but your mom. Yeah, but your mom. Yeah, it's different. Your mom doesn't do. I mean, I'm talking shit. Maybe I go to Cincinnati and they do a fire, you know. But you can't compare. Your mom does like a Latino version of Thanksgiving mixed with just, you know, culinary advancement. You know, you do the the
True
perfect cheese for the mac and cheese. I've talked about it on this podcast. It's not easy making mac and cheese.
It's not. A lot of people think they have good mac and cheese, and it's like.
Have you been to somebody's house
They
and
don't
they
know.
give you mac and cheese and you're like, wow, this is so whack. I don't even know how I'm going to have to finish this shit. I just want to go home.
I've seen it at work. It happened a few years ago.
What they brought, like they try to do a Thanksgiving
Yeah,
thing.
everybody wants to bring their mac and cheese because this is like the easiest thing to do. And they're like, oh, I got this fire one, I got this good one. And they bring it and it's just like, you made a Kraft mac and cheese box.
If it,
Get the fuck out of here.
if it doesn't slap, don't bring it. The thing with doing a Velveeta or a Kraft mac and cheese, which are good, is that you can't take that somewhere. That doesn't last another session. That is to eat at the moment. If you keep that for the next day, then you have a brick. You might as well just start building a house with that shit. The only mac and cheese that can last the next day and the next day is a homemade mac and cheese. And if you do a whack one, I'm a no. If the milk consistency is in there, I'm a no. If the gooiness is in there, most likely it's gonna be a fucking paste, and you're gonna give me the corner side that still has the fucking molding of the casserole you did it in. Oof. The pasta is not even pasta
and everybody
shaped.
knows. Everyone's just looking at each other like, shit. All right. We'll tell her it's good anyway. Yeah, we'll tell her it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, Christina.
That's why you got to Gordon Ramsay these motherfuckers.
And the people that cook the worst love to ask you if it was good. Like, I mean, I'm not a bad cook. I think I got skills. But I just make it and people just stalk. Look at me talking shit about. I'm like Goodwill Hunting.
Just talk. I go online and I see blogs.
I'm just like making a story.
I see my shit on Google.
It's like, I don't want to brag, but yeah, people, when I make food, I don't have to ask if it's good. They tell me. They let me know. They write letters. But people that suck at cooking love to tell you, oh, is it good? You know what it is? You remember that movie House of Gucci? It's like House of the Gucci. I don't remember the name. Let me DJ B, you remember the Gucci man himself, Mr. Gucci. He told Paolo.
Señora Paolo.
Yeah, he told Paolo. No, but Mauricio's dad. Mauricio's dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Florencio or whatever.
The OG Gucci.
Yeah.
He tells Paolo, people that have talent and don't know, just keep it hidden until somebody discovers it. But people that don't have talent just love spreading it and showing. So it's like people that don't cook well love thinking they can do it. I'm sorry, you gotta be born with it. I'm sorry.
Be humble. Know where you're at. Don't offer your mac and cheese. Bring the soda. Soda's good.
Fuck. I'll bring a bottle of Jose Cuervo. Damn.
Bring the Jose Cuervo. Bring the utensils. We need something to eat with.
We need the little red cups so that we can play the beer pong. You know what I mean? Like know your place. I think in life, and I won't extend much on because I don't want to make the podcast too long for the people, but I think this is important to know. Knowing your place. I think in life, a lot of life is knowing your place. And when you don't know your place, not only do you lose the place you're at, you go to a lower place. It's so important to have. You have people sometimes join your work, right? Like a new person. And as soon as he joins, he has this entitlement and he doesn't get he's a newbie. And you're like, look at this motherfucker. Doesn't know his place.
This motherfucker.
You know, making too many jokes, trying to be too friendly with the bosses. And you're like, bro, you don't get it. You don't know your role. And I think the things that I've been able to achieve in life, it ain't much, but it's honest work. It's always been knowing my fucking place. I know my fucking place in the totem pole. You guys know your place?
Right.
No.
So you can be bad. You just can't be dumb.
Well, this is the thing. You got to play the game, right? Yeah.
Man, my fucking shit is lagging.
Like John, I don't know if you've like at work, you could be the guy that's trying to be, all good with the boss, like, but sometimes you don't want to be you don't want to seem challenging to the bosses. You don't want to show them all your shines. You got to play the role. And then when you can, you go and you slit their throat. I mean, metaphorically.
You didn't mean literally? Like for real? Oh.
John was going to sharpen his swords after.
I was about to.
He was about to get his screwdriver and go. All right, well.
Oh man.
I think knowing your place is good, but anyways, we'll leave it at that. Happy birthday to everybody out there. I'm not saying don't celebrate them.
Happy birthday to you.
Or not. If you don't want us to say happy birthday,
That's true.
You don't have to accept it.
You don't have to accept it. But let us know what you think about this. Maybe you like to throw big ass parties with many people on it and let everybody know it's your birthday. Maybe you're one of those guys that a few days before his birthday, he puts a post in Facebook that says, "Hey, guess whose birthday is coming?" That's the guy that gets the least birthday wishes, right? That person barely gets anybody to tell him anything. If you have to remind people a few days before of something that Facebook already reminds you, then maybe you don't know your place.
Yeah. Then that birthday won't be so happy.
That's what I'm saying. So keep it real, keep it Gucci. I love you guys. Take care. DJ, Fear, thank you. Peace.